Hi, this is Irene Fehr with IgnitedWoman.com with another installment of Sex Q&A Thursday, a weekly feature and an opportunity for me to answer your questions about sex, sexuality, relationships, intimacy, and love. I am a sex coach and I work with women around helping them reignite their libido and have delicious sex that brings them joy and passion and pleasure and more orgasm, of course. Sex Q&A Thursday is now moving to Facebook, and it's going to be a live event every Thursday at 10 a.m. on facebook.com/ignitedwoman, so that I have an opportunity to also answer and have a conversation with you guys, viewers, watching this video. So check that out on Facebook. And be sure to like the page first. And this week's question that I'm going to address is how to give your partner feedback about sex, be it feedback about what's not working and definitely feedback about what you want instead. So I get this question all the time. And there's a lot of charge in it. It's an awkward and sensitive thing to do, to give your partner feedback, especially when you see that they're trying really hard, or even more awkward if you see that they're not trying and you want them to be a little bit more proactive, or you want them to show up a little bit more in your sex. And I get this question also a lot in the format of, sex is not that great. How do I make it better? So I'm going to teach you a way to reframe that, to give your partner feedback in exactly the way that feels good to them, and also in a way that they can receive and give you what you want. How does that sound? All right. And before that, I want to acknowledge how sensitive and awkward this may be, giving your partner feedback, and how scary that may feel. And acknowledge your courageous nature to seek out answers for this and to do this differently, because asking for what you want is incredibly courageous, especially in our culture that has us criticize ourselves and tells us that, just settle, just, don't be so picky. So it's a very courageous act to go after what you deeply want and to ask for it. So because you're here and you're listening to this video, I know that you are an incredibly courageous person who wants the best for themselves and their partner, and that is awesome. So, how do you give feedback in the most effective way that has the other person receive it well and also want to give it to you? So here are a couple of things. That question, sex doesn't feel so great, how do I make it better? This question can throw people off because it's laden with judgment, good, better, and it's also full of ambiguity. Just imagine if you were at work and your boss told you, you're not doing a good job, you need to do better. Would you know what to do? Would you know what's not working and how to make it better? It's very hard from that question to get that information. And so that can actually put someone in a place of, I have no idea what to do, so I'm either going to stop or I'm going to get pissed off or whatever it is. So how do you do it differently? You notice what is it that you do want in the moment, and you give specific instructions to the person doing it. Here's what it can look like. This can be done in the bedroom, in the act, whether you're making out or cuddling or having penetration or the whole thing, or it can be done outside of the bedroom in a conversation. So let's start with in the bedroom. So you're in the act and you're noticing that something's not working. Maybe your partner is going too fast, or maybe they're going too slow, or the position is not right, or maybe there's some pain. Whatever it is, you're noticing that something's not working. The first thing is to notice what is it that you do want. So if it's too fast, you can reverse engineer it to figure out, I want it slower. Or if your partner is not on the spot, well, if he could move a little bit to the left, that would be better. And then ask for it. And what it can look like in terms of actually saying it is very simple. Hey, honey, I'm noticing that the thrusting is too fast for me. Could you go slower? You're noticing that you want something different, and you're asking your partner specifically for what you need, slower thrusting. It could look It could work also for different desires. Hey, honey, I am noticing I'm wanting more nipple action. Could you do it that way? Whichever way works well for you. You could also do this in terms of the kind of attention you want or the kind of connection. Hey, I'm noticing I want to look into your eyes when you're penetrating. Could you look at me? It's very simple, and it has both your desire, like noticing what you're wanting, and also the request, the specific request of your partner. So those two things make for a very clear and clean and easily received feedback. Now, you can also do this before you enter the bedroom or afterwards, and invite your partner to have a conversation about what is working, what you're noticing you're wanting more of, and ask for it. So what that can look like, hey, honey, can I share with you what my experience has been, what's working for me, and what I'm noticing I'm wanting more of? And then in that conversation, mention the specific things that you're wanting more of. Again, I'm noticing that I'm wanting more nipple action. I'm noticing that I want the thrusting to be slower, whatever it is that you feel like that's going to feel better to you. And if you don't know what is it that you want, or if you're having a hard time tuning into, you know what you don't want, but you don't know what it is that you want, you can also ask your partner for an exploratory session. Hey, I'm noticing I have a hard time knowing what I want. Could we explore that together? And inviting your partner and guiding your partner to giving you what you want. That is a surefire formula to not only helping your partner get on the spot, but also creating more connection and communication and speaking up around what works for you and what doesn't. And of course, it's a two-way street as well. You can ask, you can reverse this and ask questions of your partner about what is it that's working for them. And I want to wrap up today's Q&A with this point. So I work a lot with women who have lost their libido, lost their sexual desire, and we work on reigniting their desire and having them connect to their sexual energy so that they can really enjoy that internal turn on. And what often happens, pretty much most of the time, if not all the time, is we women will hold our desire in. That's the moment when you are laying in bed and you're in your head thinking, God, I wish he could move to the left. Oh, I wish this was being done differently, or I wish it was faster or slower. So you're in your head and not actually paying attention to that desire inside. And what happens is that our bodies actually use up energy, our life force energy, the same energy that is libido energy, that sex energy, that aliveness. Our bodies use that energy to keep us in our heads, spinning and thinking, God, I wish it was different. So speaking your desire is incredibly important, and it helps you free up energy so that you can connect more, you can experience and receive more pleasure inside your body, you can orgasm more easily, and you're there to connect more with your partner as you do that. So that's today's answer about giving feedback to your partner and sex. If you want more information, more trainings, more free resources, go to ignitedwoman.com. You can reach out to me for support. I'd love to support you. And if you'd like to submit a question for next week, go to bit.ly/sexqathursday to submit anonymously your question that I will address in the following weeks. That's bit.ly/sex with a capital S, QA with capital Q and capital A, and then Thursday with a capital T. So I'd be happy to answer your questions next week. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you next week. Or I'll see you on Facebook.com/ignitedwoman for next week's live version. Bye.